the NFC champions. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Just about time to rock as toe gets ready to meet leather. And off we go to wrap up this Sunday of action. And we will not have a return, so the first drive of the Super Bowl will begin at the 25. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. And they will be led out by their 6'4" quarterback.
As we begin the Super Bowl, we are looking at one of the game's most important players. And whether he's the centerpiece of the offense or taking a backseat to his teammates, offenses always look to the quarterback to be a leader in moments like this. He's got to be that calm, composed pillar out there who stays level-headed and keeps everyone focused on the task at hand.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Back to throw. Mullen, he finds his man, complete. That's Stokes. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Operating from the gun. Mullen, and a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down. The Seahawks send out their punter. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. This is brought in at the 21. 43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And a look here now at their 4th-year quarterback.
And no doubt he's living out a dream right now. He's had dating back to his first days of playing football as a kid. But he certainly can't get lost in the moment right now. There's still a Super Bowl to be played. And his offense, they're looking to him to be their leader. He can take it all in when it's over. Right now, you've got the biggest game of your life to win.
And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it's 2nd down.
And Charles, one of the big stories of the week, the man on the sideline seeking his 2nd Super Bowl title, although he's had to overcome a lot of adversity to get here.
Oh, come on, partner. Do we have to talk about the adversity? I know. We do. Because that's what defines an NFL coach, a team, a player. Did you get to the big game, and did you win? And he's had a lot of losses here. But the flip side is, he knows how to get his team to the Super Bowl. He's actually won it before, seeking another one. He's trying to rely on what he did in the past to win that one Super Bowl and bring that one into his preparation and into their execution in this one.
A little juke, and he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. Couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting the tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. 36 yards on the play.
Well, after the standard 2-week layoff, you always wonder how's your offense going to respond and come out and play here in the Super Bowl. Well, they got a great answer right there and almost a sigh of relief on that side of the field because now they've got to feel like they can use their entire playbook and game plan for this one.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up.
The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. From the 5, here's 2nd and 2.
They'll drop to throw. Touchdown! A 5-yard touchdown. And the Black Knights are on the board first here in this Super Bowl. Both sides of the football in sync early. You force the 3 and out, and then you take it down, score points.
You know what that tells me? They sold their game plan really well. Head coach said, listen, we're just going to stop them on 3 and out. We're going to take the ball downfield and score. But he also told them how it was going to happen. They're going to run this. We're going to stop it. Then we're going to take the ball. They won't be able to keep up with us. And they got it done.
The extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. So this drive spans 7 plays. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their second drive. They trailed early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Mullen looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Phillips. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. On 1st and 10, Mullen, and his pass incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Mullen. His throw incomplete. He was out there waving his arm saying throw it here, dropped it, not a good look.
Well, all I can do is just look at him with contempt on that one. As a defensive back, I'm saying, not as an announcer. Just like, really?
A little bit of a diva look, isn't it?
Yeah, very much so. Because I think what happens is he just had too much time to think. He's wide open now. Here comes the ball. And he doesn't concentrate, drops it. Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they have to give up the football again after this one.
That's pulled in at the 32. A nice little juke. Found good room to run there. Returns it 14 yards. And that will come the offense as they take over. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. A nice looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. First play of the drive going for 14 and a 1st down.
But it's almost as if they didn't leave the field after their first drive. They picked right up where they left off. Another good throw there. And this offense, humming here in the early going.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Well, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Looking to throw. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 12 yards there and a 1st down. Play action. They'll throw. Able to shake him off. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
That's the first time he's called his own number, but he's got to be overjoyed with the results. He wasn't just going to settle for a modest gain. To me, he was determined to come through with a big message to a defense that slept on him in the pocket.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. They'll look to throw here. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Take it into the end zone. for a touchdown. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Black Knights will add to their first quarter lead here in this Super Bowl. Another impressive drive, so they're 2 for 2 touchdowns. Charles, a great start to this ball game for them.
And one of the words that's really worked its way into our lexicon is stacking. They've stacked momentum each time out, and not only on offense. Between those touchdowns, defense held, forced a punt to get the ball back, and they played awfully well in this one. Both sides playing at optimum level.
Extra point right down the middle, and that'll make the score 14-0. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start here with Jackson. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. Looking to throw. Mullen. He finds his man, complete. That's Stokes. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Phillips. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 23 yards to pick up there.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk-reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got the step on him. Now it's just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
On first down, Mullen. Open man here is Hamilton. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and that will bring up 2nd down. Back to throw again. Throwing right, and that's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. His 2nd catch of the Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a first down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, Brandon, as they say in popular culture, this one's going to leave a mark because they can see the end zone, but it'll stay out of reach because of their error. All their offensive teammates have to give the quarterback right now, offer a little bit of encouragement because what's done is done. Let's get them next time out.
Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to get this from the 6 out to the 12. A pickup of 6 as they double their workspace.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Here now, 2nd and 4.
Back to throw here. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
As he came to the line of scrimmage, he knew he didn't need much to reset the chain, so when he saw the space he needed, no hesitation. He went to the marker and got his guys a first down.
Now he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered. They'd had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call for him because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays similar to the one they made right there.
The Seattle now ready to march onto the field.
And they'll start with great field position, trying to get back into this one. It's 1st and 10 here.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And it's incomplete.
Well, they certainly knew their challenges. This series began, and they got to stop on play number 1. Goal now, get 2 more stops and limit the damage to a field goal.
Off the bootleg. Mullen. He finds his man. Complete. That's Phillips. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A good pickup there. 26 yards. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Welcome back to the date on the calendar we circle every year. Super Bowl Sunday. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis here.
And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks are on the board here in this Super Bowl.
And they can thank their defense for this one. They were set up with a short field following the turnover, but they took care of business as well, working their way down and finishing with a strong run into the end zone for their first touchdown of the game.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make our score 14-7.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25.
Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
The throw over the middle, taken in. 3 catches for him now in the first half of this Super Bowl. It's a first down.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47.
Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47. Back to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 30. His first catch of this Super Bowl, and it'll be good for a first down.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a first down.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. They'll set up a throw. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
And this pass broken up. The contact well in time there, and now 4th down.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
And out now come the Seahawks. They trail by 10, 17-7 as they come up on a 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll power his way up near the 25. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. That one into the hands of Hamilton. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Oh, it's time to give more credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
No gain on the play there. Nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
It'll be a 39-yard punt, 4 on the return, and they will take over 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. This will be caught by Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 35. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. And this is incomplete.
We've already seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the 1st half, unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball in the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Everything's going right here in this 1st half, and they've got a good lead, and part of that can be attributed to their success on 3rd down. This is another conversion here, and they can look to really open things up now with this 1st and goal.
Now back to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
You got to be precise with your throws, especially in this situation. You're inside the 10-yard line going into the end zone. But sometimes the emotion, the excitement, sometimes the decisions just aren't made very well because of that.
With one complete. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. 3rd and goal, a big play in this Super Bowl. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Only a yard there, so it brings up 4th and goal.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
They're going to look to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They throw for it on 4th and goal at the 1. And the Seahawks able to come up with a goal line stand. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. Doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. On second down now, it's Stokes. And he will forge his way forward only up to the 2-yard line. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. Well, they come out and take a look at him. We will step aside for just a moment. On third down, this is Jackson. And I don't know if he made it out of the end zone. No signal. Yes, it's a safety.
Every team has plays in their book to try and buy some room when a safety's on the table. But a big variable is how does each team deal with the pressure of executing in those situations. In this case, they didn't, and they gave up 2 points.
Now the free kick comes after the safety from the 20 as they bring the punter on to try and get some hang time here. Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of that.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
Offensive line wasn't set. There's the flag, and 5 yards back they go.
Quarterback has to look around and make sure that his team is ready to go. Sometimes the quarterbacks go faster than is necessary.
So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. He'll drop to throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. It'll go in the books as a sack and a loss of a yard, but more importantly, it leads to 4th down. So they bring out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Pulled in at the 24. Call that a 44-yard punt, 5 on the return, and it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Seattle again getting ready to take over offensively. Remember, they had the safety go against them the last time they had it. Fortunately, their defense just forced the punt, so they'll try again as they start 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Mullen, he finds his man, complete. That's Stokes. They'll wind up getting just a yard, and that'll make it 2nd down. 2 minutes on the clock in the 2nd quarter of this Super Bowl.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Throwing on 1st down. Mullen. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. So a nice play defensively by the rookie coming up with the INT.
And that's a late-round pick right there, making a first-round impact. And a lot of these day 3 corners end up winding up on special teams and sub-packages and even on the practice squad. But he's really made an impact on this defense, and he comes up with the interception there.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
He'll look to throw. This one hauled in by Sample. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold, or did they rough the quarterback?
defense.
Understandably, pass rushers keyed up for this Super Bowl, but you can't do that.
And let's face it, no one wants to lose one of these quarterbacks early in this game. So you know they're going to be protected by the officials.
Back to throw now on first down. And did he get the feet down? Yes, touchdown. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Black Knights continue to look good here in the first half of this Super Bowl. And he just did get those feet in there on the side of the end zone. Well done.
Probably the exact size foot necessary, because I think if he had another half size, that catch doesn't count. And he's able to get it in, and it counts for a touchdown.
The extra point splits the uprights, and that will make this a 19-point game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Seahawks going to take over now late in this first half as they take over with exactly 1 minute to go. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Looking to throw on second down. Mullen.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you're doing like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to...
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
This offense back to work now late in this first half. And now following that turnover, they've got an opportunity here to try to cash in with good field position before intermission. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And running with power here. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on first and goal. Looking to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. 2nd and 4. Being chased out left. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sack back around the 8. It's a sack for a loss of 4, and that brings up 3rd down and goal. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. Now they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. He'll look to throw. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And his kick here is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they have the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, you know, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
Okay,
so
Brandon, thanks very much.
What a season this has been. The Super
Hard to
Bowl.
believe it ends tonight.
As we send you down
as we'll
to
get back
Orlando,
to you guys for the second half
Coachman
of
has
this
our
Super
EA
Bowl
Sports
in just a
halftime
moment.
report.
This was an extremely one-sided first half. One team showed up ready to go. The other's been in a daze thus far. But there's still plenty of time left for this one to tighten up significantly.
Taking it about the 1. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. And this offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. And I would imagine this is where you have to take stock of the situation, CD, and say, gosh, we're halfway to the Lombardi Trophy. Let's not slow down now.
And I like the way you went there. Let's not slow down now, because the first half certainly went their way. And I would expect them to continue with that type of a game plan. But you're right. You do think back to Super Bowl 54. 49ers had a double-digit lead in the fourth quarter, couldn't hold on. So plenty can still happen.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25.
At the 25-yard line.
They'll drop to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a first down.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
They'll look to throw here. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Now left side on the swing pass. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. 44 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. They'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. That one good for 7 as this long drive continues and the chains move again.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
They'll set up to throw. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack. So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. It'll come from the right hash. It's a 47-yard attempt. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
Now we'll see what this Seahawks offense has in store with their first possession of the second half.
CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history, and that's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl A 25-point lead late that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
To throw on second down, Mullen. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
At this point in the game, and the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
On third down, Mullen. And that is incomplete.
And you can tell just by looking at them that this offense is a frustrated unit. Things are really unraveling here, and as a head coach, time to earn your paycheck. You've got to find a way to keep it together, as that brings up another fourth down.
A 40-yard punt, no return. Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking, because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. The best way to do it, touchdowns. How about that, partner? His second sack of the game, and that puts him in some pretty good company. 17 guys have had 2 sacks in the previous 52 Super Bowls, but only 3 have had the record number of 3 sacks in this game.
And we've got the list here. If he gets another one and everyone behaves nicely, we might just list those out for him. That'll give him 8 that time. And 3rd and 8 now. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Flushed out, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational. CD, that is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
So possession goes over here on the punt. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. In motion goes the tight end. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down. Well, this defense, they've got the 4-score advantage, and you can see why they continue to bottle up the run game. And really, they've just been sharp in all facets here in this one, CD.
Yeah, they've kept that offense in check the entire game, and I think it's been led by what you just talked about, that defensive front, which has not allowed them to run the football and establish control of the line of scrimmage.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. And he brings this up to the 46, good enough for the first. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
On 1st and 10, Mullen, open man, here's Hamilton. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be 2nd down.
At the 50-yard line.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Stokes. It'll go as a gain of 4. And now that sets up 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On 3rd down, Stokes. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. They lost a big chunk, 6 yards there, and it leads to 4th down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
The Seahawks send out their punter as he's on for the 5th time here today. And there's a work of art right there. Out of bounds at the 2-yard line. Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. And they will begin with, should we call it, far from ideal starting field position, their own 2-yard line.
So what's your definition of ideal?
The 1-yard line on the other side of the field.
Yes, exactly right. So yes, your definition is apropos in this case.
57 yards rushing for him now to this point. 2 yards to go, second down.
Back to throw here. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down.
Brings up third down and 2.
Blitz forthcoming as he'll look to throw. In trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose.
At this point, I think it's a surprise when he isn't close to being sacked on a passing down. The amount of times he's hit the deck today, I think a lot of us are reading safety before they even took the snap. Simply a merciless pass rush every step of the game, and that rush earns a crowning achievement there.
After the safety, remember, they also need to give up the football, and here's the free kick. And we'll see what he can do on the return.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Back to throw. Mullen. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Here's a run on 1st down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard. 2nd and 11.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Mullen, and he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action.
3 quarters gone by. Don't leave your seats now, folks. The 4th and final quarter of the Super Bowl is up next.
You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Folks, welcome back to the biggest stage in sports, the Super Bowl, and now we get down to the good stuff, the 4th and final quarter. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Stokes. And he pushes through a would-be tackler to get about 3 yards. 2nd down.
And they'll come up 2nd and 7.
Off the play fake. Mullen. And it's complete to Adams. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
It's largely been the air attack that's gotten them down here, but now is where you start to lean on that running game. That's a good pickup there on 1st and goal.
To throw on 2nd down. Mullen. And he wisely will throw that one away.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawks touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Seahawks get a bit closer.
Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play.
Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Here's Brooklyn to once again go on offense. And they are trying to play it cool down on the sidelines, but they know that they are very close now to wrapping this thing up and letting the celebration begin. A Super Bowl title within reach now as they try to polish this thing off. A little bit of daylight on that first down run sets them up nicely. 8 yards on the carry. Now a 2nd and 2. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The offense on 3rd down, not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Hands it off out of the gun. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That'll bring up 4th. They had the 8-yard gain on 1st down, but unable to do much from there. Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game against them, but tally that one on the side of the defense.
Do you think maybe, possibly, it can be a little bit of a changer for them? Maybe not a game changer, but a little bit of a momentum one that maybe they can string together some pretty good plays and slow them down.
That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return. And Seattle now ready to march onto the field. Those Super Bowl hopes that they had really dwindling now here in the 4th quarter. That NFC crown that they got 2 weeks ago seems like a distant memory as they have been outplayed tonight. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete passer we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was the big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them, holding them under 200 today.
On 1st down, Mullen. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 47-yard line.
They'll look to throw again. He finds his man, complete. That's Stokes, and he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Again, he'll drop to throw. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield right at the 48.
Now, that's just simply good coaching and excellent technique on that play. You know why? Because everyone wants to rush the passer when they want to throw the football, but you're not always going to get there. So what are you taught to do? When the ball's finally thrown, get your hands up in the passing lanes, and they batted that one away.
No. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. 75 yards rushing for him now on 17 carries. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6. And here's a handoff out of the gun.
And a short gain down to about the 33.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple of big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
And this one is right down Broadway, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Well, the ball now going back over to the Seattle Seahawks offense. And it's becoming more and more apparent that this is just not going to be their night. That Lombardi trophy so close, but the expectations simply have not matched the results as they start on this drive 1st and 10.
And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time worked well for a solid gain.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down. Boy, that was a tough couple of yards to pick up, but they convert on 4th and 1.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Even in today's NFL, when we think of the tight end position now as really a glorified wide receiver, we're still asking a lot of those guys. They have to block as well, and every now and then, they don't come down with the football.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Whenever I see an in route dropped, as we just saw on that play, I'm always thinking that in the back of their mind, they're worried about what's coming at them because they're going towards traffic on that route as opposed to being away from it and maybe having a little bit more space.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd. If they're going to have a shot in this Super Bowl, they're going to need this one on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Inside the 10. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Little choice, Charles, but to go for it right there, and that pick 6 will be the icing on the cake.
Yeah, you don't know how many more possessions you're going to get, so really, you're almost at the point of no option.
Have to go for it. Bottom line, though, is defenders know that as well. They know you've got to throw the football. Had the right defense called, able to make a nice play on the ball, and that's all she wrote.
The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And that stretches the lead to 27. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense.
And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick 6 put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them.
Throwing after the interception. Mullen eluding the pressure right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. They'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave them with 2nd and a yard. Looking to throw. Mullen throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question in my...
And oh, my goodness, here's a 5th interception. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ballgame, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. 2nd down and 8. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion.
Well, partner, nothing but praise from me for this offense. They have been tremendous all night long. They knew what they had to do to unlock the defense. And let's face it, this has been a master class in offensive football that we've been here to witness.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And they have just not been able to block him at all throughout this game. Seems like every other play, he's doing something in the backfield. Already got 2 sacks. And now here's a tackle behind the line.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that.
It's 3rd down and 12.
Well, partner, under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And, Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere, where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, they show up and they show out.